I should be doing something else right now, of course. But I'm gonna do this instead. Let's see how this goes. No headphones. Okay, breathe in. And then breathe out. Don't blow out my match, please. Okay. I can blow out my match. You cannot. I can blow it out. Because it's mine. Okay. I got the 2 elements. And I've got the city out there. And I've got myself in here. And I have the bag of my mind. A lot of things in the back of the mind. And why shouldn't there be? If you have nothing in the back of your mind, I pity and fear you. Pretty little bag of the mind. Okay, you can live over here. And we can live over here. Let's see what's in the back of the mind. First thing in the back of the mind. Nourishment. Vitality, plumpness. Of fullness and richness that you have to put in before it can come out in a smoothness. So, nourishment in the back of the mind. Next in the back of the mind, caution. Caution, not something I have always had in the back of the mind. I think there's a difference between caution and fear. That's always been clear to me, but there's a difference between caution and paralysis. That has not always been clear to me. And caution can actually spur you towards action. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Put one hand here and put the other hand here, okay? I'm gonna rub this in for you. I think sometimes I mistook caution for paralysis or paralysis for caution. Probably the latter more than the former, actually. And I think caution and an honest risk assessment can move you forward, actually. When you understand the risks at play and you can decide yourself when to proceed and when to hold. Business card. Business card in the back of the mind. You know, work, networks, connection is always in the back of the mind, I feel. I've gone through a lot of work changes in the last 3 years, and finding the balance of purpose and alignment with your honest talents and honest potential outputs takes up a lot of the mind for me and for many people. And deciding how much you need your work to be the thing that drives you. This is funny because I actually have a minor vocal cord injury at the moment. So it's funny that I'm doing this and potentially might sound different to you. And let me know if it does. But work. What does it mean about you? And what does it mean to you? Big, big, big. Taking up a lot of space in the back of the mind. Many. Civic engagement is always taking up space in the back of the mind. And where you find yourself in the midst of political action or inaction, I think one of the big civic epiphanies that comes sometimes later in your life, sometimes earlier, is local action and local involvement. And I was lucky enough to have work bring me deep into a local sphere of political action and attention. And that was a huge boon for me in my life, and becoming involved and attentive to local engagement. Big and expanded the back of my mind. Scent, pleasure in the back of the mind. Only one spray. It's very nice. Pleasure for yourself, more so than for anyone else. And I'd say thinking about unself-conscious pleasure has been in the back of my mind. And how do you find the small places that shame hides? Where does shame hide? Especially as someone who thinks of themselves as a relatively shameless person, where does shame actually hide? And what? Sorry for the sirens. Sorry, that's out there going out there. Health in the back of the mind. As I said, I'm dealing with a small little health situation that makes me grateful that it's not bigger. But finding unself-conscious pleasure and rooting out secret shame. Lotion. What do you think lotion represents in the back of the mind? If you thought discipline, then you're correct. And why is lotion discipline in the back of the mind? There's just no way to know. There's no way to know. Okay? Give me your hands again. Give me your hands again. Okay. Okay? Just that much. Give them to me. And I'll do our hands together, okay? It smells delicious. It smells like... Well, it smells a bit like my hands, but... like skin and warmth mixed with soap and herbs. A blend of herbs. Discipline and consistency, and discipline that isn't punitive. Still working on cracking that one. Look at everything we've discussed in the back of the mind already. Ticket? Culture? What's your interaction with culture? I think I am in the midst of figuring out how much I aspire to be a cultural consumer versus a cultural producer. How much is it important to me to take in culture and other people's ideas and challenges and art and provocations versus how much is it important for me to put forth my own ideas and art and culture and provocation. I don't know. That to me is eye contact. I know that is not exactly the case. This is eye contact. I can't do that. Another little plane going by. Just let that one go. But I'm figuring that out. Cultural consumer versus cultural producer. Then I have a thought, okay? This is, trimming, elimination. Is this horrible? Is that bad or good? I am trimming the pills off my back of the mind. I'm not sure, but thinking about how do you remove the things that hold you back and not necessarily hurt you. I think that's a different kind of trimming, but the unnecessary things. I think that's most of what's in my back of the mind. I'm thinking about beauty, too. I'm always thinking about beauty. How does it function? Who does it support? And who does it harm? And how do you leverage it? And how does it leverage you? And how do you become someone who is in service to your beauty rather than your beauty being something that is in service to the self? So, lips. Top lip. I'm just gonna do the corners like that. Sometimes I like to angle the brush differently. The corners. Oh, this one too, sorry. Okay. It's the back of the mind, y'all. Silly little mood today, huh? You and me. Maybe just me. But let's pack up the back of the mind for now. Nourishment. Beauty. Caution. Work. Discipline. Civic engagement. Art. Pleasure. And the removal of the irrelevant or the things that hold you back. So what is in your bag of the mind for 2026 and the new year? What are you gently removing. And what are you nourishing? I will bring our elements back. And I will say goodbye. 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 Did you know I have one eye that's two different colors? Diagonally. Can you see that? Can you see it? This way. It's, yeah, diagonal this way. Goodbye. And I hope you fill the bag of your mind with good things and kind thoughts to yourself and to others, and curiosity and patience, and most of all, openness and vulnerability and authenticity. Okay, goodbye all. I'll see you when I see you. Could be anytime. But I hope you're all doing